Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. Today's practice will be a short, slow flow Vinyasa practice. Grab a couple of blocks and come and join me on the mat. You can start whatever feels best for you. I am going to begin in child's pose, so I invite you to do the same. But if something else is calling to you, then please listen to your inner teacher and do that. So coming into child's pose, we'll take the knees wide towards the outer edges of the mat. Big toes come together behind you, and then you slowly fold yourself forward, bum to the heels. And for this child's pose, let's bring the arms out in front. So arms extended out in front. You can rest the forehead down onto the mat or tuck a block or a blanket under your forehead if that feels better for you today. Begin to allow yourself to arrive. This is your sacred time, your sacred space, your yoga practice. Nothing else for you to do now except be present here with yourself. Take a moment to just check in and see how you feel. What's going on for you today? How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? How does your energy feel? No judgments. As always, I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with yourself as you move through your practice today, and to carry this intention off of the mat and out into the world with you. Please make this practice yours. Modify as needed. And just take a few nice deep breaths here. In through the nose and out through the mouth or out through the nose. The inhalation, filling up your whole body with your breath. Bringing in that fresh oxygen. Nurturing, healing energy, finding every cell in your body. With the exhalations, just letting go of any stale energy, any stale breath, any stuckness. A few cycles of breath here, filling up the back body, the back of the lungs. Now for a moment, come up onto the left finger pads. Reach your right arm out to the side, the right side, and then thread that right arm underneath your chest. Lower yourself back down. You can come down to rest on your forehead or bring that right cheek or temple down to the mat. Walk the left fingers up towards the top of the mat. And then plant that left palm back down, press into the hand, pull that right arm out from under you, send that right arm up to the top of the mat, come up onto the right finger pads, send the left arm out to the left side, and then thread that arm underneath the chest, come down to rest on the forehead or left cheek. Right finger pads walk up towards the top of the mat. And then plant the right palm, pull that left arm back out from underneath you. Full child's pose again. Another breath here. And then walk yourself back up to sit on your heels. You can keep knees wide or bring the knees in towards each other. Reach the arms out to the side, palms facing forward. Then flip the palms to face back. Palms to face forward. Flip the palms to face back. Then palms to face forward again. Begin to circle the arms in some little circles, gradually making your circles bigger. And then make the circle smaller again. You come back to stillness and then switch the circle of the arms. Start off with these small circles and again make the circles bigger and bigger. And then make the circles smaller again until you bring the arms back to stillness. Turn the palms to face backwards, and now bring the arms back behind you, fingers facing towards the back of the mat, palms inward. If you like, you could interlace fingers, keep the elbows soft, maybe pull the hands off of the back so you feel this expansion through the chest. And then release the hands, bring the hands forward, and find your way into a table position on the hands and knees. Spread the fingers, give yourself that nice wide base of support. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll send that right leg back about hip level-ish. Root into the right finger pads and then reach forward with that left arm. And either stay here or bend the right knee, draw that foot in towards your bum, reach back with that left hand, either just reaching towards the foot, maybe you can grab a hold of the foot. If so, pull it in towards your bum and then send the foot out into the hand behind you. And then release the foot, extend it back out, and release the hand and the knee down to the mat. Other side, send that left leg back. Reach forward with that right arm. Hold it here or bend the left knee. Pull that foot in towards your bum. Reach back with that right hand. If you can, grab a hold, pull the foot in, and then send the foot out behind you. Press it out into the hand. And then release. Come back through your cat balance. Right arm reaches forward, left leg back, and then release it down to the mat. Now we'll kick the right foot out to the right side. Walk that right hand up the mat a little bit. Step that left foot down the mat. Plant that foot, toes pointing out towards the long edge of your mat. Press into that right hand. Reach that left arm up and overhead. Nice opening through the side body, reaching out through the left fingers, down through that left foot. And then lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. Lift that left leg up. Keep it here or bend the left knee. Bring that foot back behind your bum and reach back with that left hand. Pull the foot in and then send the foot out behind you. And then release. Left arm reaches back up. Left leg extends back out. Toes pointing forward. And then we'll take it back down to the mat. Right leg comes back into your table. Same thing other side. We'll kick that left foot out to the left. Walk the left hand up the mat a little bit. Step that right foot down the mat. Press into that left hand, left finger pads, right foot, and reach that right arm up over the ear. And then reach that right arm up. Right leg lifts up about hip level-ish, toes pointing forward. Stay here or bend that right knee. Draw the foot in towards the bum. Grab a hold with that right hand. Pull it in and then press the foot out into the hand. And then extend the right leg up. Right leg back, right arm up, and then back into your table. Tuck your toes under. Let's take it into downward dog. Press into the hands, glide the hips up and back. Start with the bend in the knees, nice and generous. Begin to find some movement, whatever feels right for you. Bend straight in the knees, pedal out the legs, rock yourself back and forth or side to side. And then press into the fingers, press down through the heels, downward dog. We'll bend the knees, turn the toes over towards the left, heels over towards the right. Plant that right foot, roll up onto the ball of the left foot and reach that left arm up and over the ear. And then bring it back through your down dog. Bend the knees. Turn it over to the other side. Toes point over towards the right now. Heels over towards the left. Plant that left foot. Roll up onto ball of the right foot. Root into the left hand and reach that right arm up over the ear. Back into your downward dog. You come to center. Bend the knees. Twisted dog again to the other side. Plant the right foot. Roll up onto ball of that left foot. Reach that left arm up over the ear again. And now left hand comes down to the left hip. We'll step that left foot down the mat. Press down into that right hand and begin to bend that right knee. Draw it up towards the chest. Hold it here or extend that right leg out in front of you. Bring that right foot back to the mat and find your way back into your downward dog. Let's take it over to the other side again in our twisted dog. Bend the knees, toes to the right, heels to the left. Root down through that left foot. Left hand, reach that right arm up over the ear. And now we'll plant that right foot down to the mat, right hand to the hip. Root into that left hand. Draw that left knee up towards your chest. Now hold it there or extend that left leg out in front of you. And then left leg comes back. You roll it back into your downward dog. Step, hop, or float yourself up top of the mat. Fold yourself in, forward fold. Let your head go, sway the hips. Maybe sway the arms, fingers to the mat, or you grab your elbows. Bring yourself back to center, press into your feet, lift your heart, come all the way up to stand. Reaching the arms up overhead, bend the elbows, bring the hands back down behind your head, press into the feet, lift up through the belly, up through the side body, up through the heart. Lift the chest, maybe lift the gaze. Gently leaning the head back in the hands. And then arms reach up. Fold it in, forward fold. Take it to a halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Fingers press into shins, thighs, or the mat. Soften the knees. Plant the hands down to the mat. Step yourself back to plank. From your plank, lower knees down. Lower down, pubic bone, belly, torso. Lift your heart up for baby cobra. Hug the elbows in. And then release yourself down, tuck toes. Press into the hands and glide your hips up into your downward dog. Step, hop, float up to the top of the mat. Fold it in. Halfway lift to your flat back. And then fold yourself in again. Press into the earth. Come all the way up. Palms together overhead. And hands back down to your heart. Reach it up. And fold yourself in. Come halfway up to your flat back. Plant your hands down to the mat. Step it back into your plank. Drop knees. Lower yourself all the way down. Pubic bone, belly, torso. Press into the hands. Lift up through the heart. Either your baby cobra or you lift it for full cobra. And then release down, tuck toes. Press the hips up and back to downward dog. Step or hop it up to the top of your mat. Fold it back into your forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold it in. Root into the earth. Rise up. Palms together overhead and hands back down to your heart. Let's go again. Reach up. Fold it in. Halfway up. Flat back. Plant hands. Step back to plank. This time you lower it down to the belly. Move through your cobra, or if you like, let's take it into chaturanga, low push-up. Roll forward on your toes. Shoulders come forward of your wrists. As you bend your elbows and lower down, wrists will Elbows will stack up over the wrists. Keep the belly lifted. Come on to tops of your feet, thighs lifted. Pull the heart forward through the arms for your upward dog. We'll meet back in our downward dog. From your downward dog, crouch down. Send the right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, bring it forward into the chest, core plank. Step that right foot through to the right thumb. Drop that left foot to the mat. Hug the right hip back. Lift yourself up, right knee bends. Reach up through the arms. Warrior one, palms together overhead. Bend the elbows. Drop the hands back behind the head. Press down through the feet. Lift up through the armpits. Up through the heart, lay the head back, nice and easy. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And now begin to take the weight forward into the right foot. Slowly bring that left leg up, lift it up off of the mat. Take the arms out to the side, palms facing forward. And then bend that left knee, draw that left foot up towards your bum. Take the left hand to that left ankle, left foot, reach that right arm up. Stay here, or we'll begin to tilt it forward, torso tilts forward. Right arm reaches forward, you kick that left foot out into that left hand. King Dancer. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Step that left foot back to the mat. Come back through your warrior one. Right hip hugs back, left hip forward a little bit. Arms reach back up. Hands come back to your mat and step yourself back into your plank. Now find your flow, your vinyasa. Or you skip it and meet us back in downward dog. From your downward dog, crouch it down. Left leg up. Bend that left knee, take it forward, core plank. Left foot steps through to left thumb. Drop that right foot to the mat. Left hip hugs back, you lift it up, bend that left knee, warrior one. Slowly begin to take the weight forward into the left foot. Lift that right foot up off the mat, arms out to the sides, palms facing forward. And then we'll bend that right knee, draw that foot up towards your bum. Right hand reaches back for the foot or the ankle, and left arm reaches up. Begin to slowly tilt it forward. Torso comes forward, left arm reaches forward as you kick that right foot out behind you. And then slowly you come back up. Release that right foot, step back, warrior one. And then hands to the mat, step it back to your plank. Find your flow. Step or hop it up, top of the mat. Fold it in. Halfway up you come, Ardha Uttanasana, and then fold it in. Root into the earth, come all the way up. Arms reach, hands come back to heart. Reach up, fold it in. Halfway up, plant your hands, step it back to your plank. Find your flow. And meet back in downward dog. Drop knees, bum back to the heels. Release forehead down to the mat, finding child's pose. And then come back to sit on the heels. Grab a hold of your blocks. Bring them up to the top of the mat. And find your way back into downward dog. Crouch it down, send the left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend that left knee, take it forward, core plank, step left foot through. Drop that right heel to the mat. This time point the toes out towards the long edge of your mat. Soften both knees, press down into the earth, and then lift up and open towards that long edge of the mat. You're coming into a warrior two. Now from your warrior two, we'll take the hands forward to the block. Begin to slowly take the weight forward into that left foot. Lift up that right leg. Open up that hip. Turn the right toes out to the right side of the mat. Half moon pose. And you can shift your gaze to look down at the mat, out to the side or maybe up. If you like, reach that right arm up. Stay here or bend the right knee. Draw that right foot in towards your bum. And then if it's available, you reach back for that right foot. Pull it in, and then kick the foot out into the hand. And then release the foot. Extend the leg back out. Slowly step that right foot back to the mat. And you come back up into your warrior two. Arms reach, bend that left knee. Hands come back to the mat, and you step yourself back into your plank. Find your flow. Same thing, other side. Crouch it down, right leg moves up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, bring it forward, core plank. Right foot steps through. Turn, drop the left toes out to that left side of the mat. Bend your knees, both knees. Press into the earth. And then lift up and open it to that long edge of the mat. Right knee bends. Arms reach wide. Warrior two. And then we'll take it into our half moon from here. Right hand reaches for that right block or up towards the top of the mat if you prefer not to use a block. Slowly begin to transfer the weight forward into that right foot. Step, hop, slide that back foot in and lift up that left leg. Again, you shift your gaze wherever it feels okay for you. Just move your gaze slowly. Left hand can stay on the hip or you reach the arm up. Stay here or bend that left knee. Draw that foot in towards your bum. Reach back. Grab a hold of that left foot. Pull it in. Press the foot out into the hand. Chapasana. And then we'll re-extend that left leg out. Left arm up. Slowly find your way back into warrior two. Left foot steps back. You bend that right knee. Open the arms up. Sink into that right knee. Hands come back to the mat. Step yourself back into downward dog this time. Press down through the hands, out through the fingers. Lift the hips up and back. And root down through the heels. Find movement or find stillness. Your choice. And then let's drop knees down to the mat. Again, come back into child's pose. And if you like, you could turn the palms up to face the ceiling. Or this time, bring the arms back alongside the feet and the shins for relaxed child. And then slowly bring yourself up to sit on your heels. Palms together at your heart. Come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with ourselves. May you feel safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. May your heart be open to love, compassion, and may you know joy. Thank you very much for sharing your practice with me today with love and gratitude. Namaste.